Welcome to Flutter Teacher. In this video, we will learn an expansion tile with its fantastic set of properties. So without wasting time, let's get started. Sometimes in application, we want to display details of list tile in the same place without navigating to the next page. Expansion tile is the best option to achieve this functionality. It has arrow icon that expands or collapses the tile to reveal or hide the additional details given by the child. Let's see the basics. All the points noted here are actually the basic properties of expansion list. The leading is placed at the left side of the tile. Then we have a title. Below that we'll get the place for subtitle. Then we have the place for trailing at the end of tile. Make sure that when we place icon or something at the trailing, the expansion arrow is not visible. So by default, if you are not placing any trailing on your tile, expansion arrow will be visible and it will change its direction based on whether you are expanded or collapsed. The portion that you actually wants to hide or make it visible when user clicks on the specific expansion arrow, this particular portion is known as a children, which is supported by the list of tiles. So the values managed by these four different properties will be visible always to the user, and whatever thing that we place inside a child, it will be visible only when expanded and it is hidden on collapsed. All four properties shown at the top requires the widget, and children takes the list of widget, and that's the reason expansion list is completely customizable. Let's see one basic example for this. We simply have a scaffold that contains the blank bar and we have a list view as the body. Inside this list view, we have this expansion tile. You can observe here for this expansion tile, we have a leading simply managed by the circle avatar with some image here. Then as a title, we have a text. So I haven't used here the subtitle. If you wish, you can go with the subtitle. Then we have a children that requires the list of widget. The first widget, we have the text that is showing some information, and again we have the text, and at the end we have an icon. So you can see here only this particular part, that is only tile part, is visible, and we have this expansion arrow here. You can observe here I haven't used trailing, and that's the reason this expansion arrow is coming here. When I tap or when I click on this expansion arrow, you can see here the direction of this expansion arrow got changed, and now the portion or the content that I have placed inside the children, they are now visible to me. And one noticeable thing here is you can see here the color of title and this expansion arrow has turned to blue by default. So this particular color depends on the color of your theme. However, we can customize this color also. I will explain that one in the same video. And when we click back on this arrow here, you can see here now it's collapsed and all the contents of children are hidden. Now let's understand what will happen if we provide the trailing for this expansion tile. So let me uncomment this trailing and let me save the code. You can see here this expansion arrow is now changed with the check mark icon that I have placed here. So when I tap here, it's getting expanded, and when I tap again, it's getting collapsed. So the observable thing here is this particular arrow or this particular icon is not getting changed to this expansion arrow. It is simply the icon that we have specified. So if you want to get that specific icon that looks like the expansion or say collapsion, so in that particular case we have to simply just come into trailing and we have to save. So you can see here now we have got that nice icon back here, and it has some little default animation that looks like the arrow is turning in upward direction and the downward direction. The position of expansion arrow can be changed by using the property called controlAffinity, and for this controlAffinity, we have to pass a value in the form of enum called ListTile controlAffinity. You can see here it has total three properties: leading, platform, and trailing. By default, we have a platform here. So it indicates based on your platform language, means whatever language that you are using with your phone or with your device. So based on your language, whether it is from left to right or right to left, it is going to place, it is going to decide the place for that expansion arrow. For example, if I make that one say leading, so it is going to change or it is going to place the arrow on the leading, that is on the left hand side or the starting of your list tile. So let me save here, but you can't see here. The reason here is we have a leading here. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to comment leading here. Let me comment that one. So when I save here, you can now see this expansion arrow is now changed, or it is now shown at the starting or say a leading side of the expansion tile. So when I click here, it's getting expanded, and when I click back, now it's getting collapsed. So if I change say leading to say trailing, So it is going to place that arrow to the end of the tile, that is to the right hand side of the tile. So I can expand and I can collapse here. And if I go to platform, so as I told you, platform is a default value. So based on the language supported by the platform, so it is going to place that one accordingly. If you want your expansion tile to remain expanded when it is loaded, then we can use the property called initially expanded and simply go to make it true. By default it's false. So let me reload my application. You can see when it is get reloaded, you can observe now it will be in the expanded mode. Let's talk about different types of padding options here. We have got two different padding options. Tile padding is a padding which is applicable for the tile, that is for the portion which is always visible. And we have the padding called children padding. It is actually a padding given only for the children, that is the content which is get visible and hide when it is collapsed or expanded. So you can observe here, as I have made the tile padding to 0, you can see here there is no padding for this tile here. And when I expand here, you can see for these children, I have specified a padding of 50 pixel, and that's the reason these children has got the padding of 50 pixel. It's important to note that the tile padding won't affect the children padding, and the children padding is not going to affect at all the title padding. For example, let me change this say children padding to 20 and say tile padding to 50 pixel. You will observe here what I'm talking here. So you can see here tile has got a padding of 50 pixel across all the four sides, whereas children has got the padding of only 20 pixel and it don't have any effect due to the tile padding. Let's understand how we can control the alignment of children and each element inside the children. So in order to control the alignment of children, we have got property called expanded alignment. Default value for this is the alignment.center, and that's the reason everything is going to place in the center of the tile. So let me save here. You can see now everything is in the center. So let me use here say top left. So it's going to place the content in the top left side of the tile. So it is important to note that the entire children is gonna placed in the top left and not the individual elements inside the children. So let's say if I use here say bottom right, so it is going to place entire children at the bottom right, not the individual element. Now if you want to control individual element alignment, and for that purpose we have got property called expanded cross axis alignment. So let me uncomment this line. So as soon as I uncomment, you can see I have got lots of error. So we simply need to remove this const here, and all errors are resolved now. And you can see here I have used property say end. So let me save here. You can observe now due to this bottom right, the entire children is now placed at the bottom right, and as I use cross axis dot end, and that's the reason each element in the children is now placed at the end. So let me use here start. You will understand what I'm saying exactly here. When I say start, you can see here entire children means entire content is there on the bottom right, but individual items in the children are placed at the start here. And let's say if I use here say center, it is going to place everything in the center. Let's understand the different types of color options available in the expansion tile. Flutter has given two different set of colors to manage the color when the tile is expanded and collapsed. So in case of the collapse, we option called collapse background color. In this case, I use here orange. You can see here, and that's the reason the tile color is now appeared in the orange here. And we have the text color as the black for this collapse color. That's the reason this Siddharth Patil appearing in the black color. And we have say collapse icon color as a white. So that's why this arrow is appearing in the white color. And we have another set that works or that controls the color in the expanded mode. Then we have a color called background color. So here we have background color say color.blue. So all the colors, that is the background color, text color and icon color, these three colors are going to work only when the tile is expanded. So let me click on here. So my tile is now expanded. You can see now the background color is turned to blue. You can see here the tile color and the content color, that is the color of children, both this color has now changed to blue. We have text color as white. You can see here this is that part will now turns to white here. The icon color is now red. That's the reason you can see here this icon, that is the arrow here, now turn with the red color. But one thing that you can notice here, using this color we can change the color of tile and we can change the color of the expanded and the collapse thing, but we cannot change the color of the children or individual items in the children. So that has to be changed manually by applying individual colors for each item in the children. Expansion tile supports a function called onExpansionChanged, and it's a callback function which is get executed when user expands or collapse the expansion tile. This function requires parameter in the form of a boolean value, which indicates whether you have expanded or collapsed the expansion tile. When the value that you will receive as a true, it means you have expanded a tile, otherwise you have collapsed your list tile. So we can see here, and using that code, I have simply printed the list tile is expanded or the list tile is collapsed. So let me click on this just expansion arrow so that the list get expanded, and I will get the message called list tile is expanded. And when I click back here, you can see now the list tile is collapsed. That's it for this video. See you guys in the next video. If you really found this video helpful and knowledgeable, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button to get my latest videos.